Hi, you're watching Velo News TV. I'm Neil Rogers atop Monarch Pass, the first King of the Mountains point at the USA Pro Cycling Challenge. The thing that really sets this race apart from other stage races is not the fact that there are so many climbs. A lot of stage races have climbs. Some races even have climbs that are longer from bottom to top. But what sets this race apart really is the altitude. You see behind me the sign for Monarch Pass, elevation 11,300. They'll be going over Independence and Cottonwood, both those peak out at over 12,000 feet, and as anybody who has spent time at altitude can tell you, when you get to these types of heights, the air is thin and the body doesn't react the way that an athlete is accustomed to. And that really poses the question, how will the altitude and the elevation affect the riders at the USA Pro Cycling Challenge, and how specifically did they prepare for this race?
Thin air, yeah, it's amazing. Into Thin Air. What was that movie? Is that the one where they ate each other? No, that was Alive.
Sort of unseen how people are going to react. I mean, racing over 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,000 feet, it's unseen. So it's exciting. I mean, a whole new element to the race, and I guess wait and see.
It's a good question. I've never raced at this altitude. Yesterday was the first time that I did a race at altitude since I was a junior, I think. So yesterday went pretty well, and we'll see how the big mountains are. They're not very steep, but they're super high up. So that's what the question that's on everybody's mind: how will everybody's bodies react at that high altitude?
The altitude can be quite challenging. It's it's hard to recover from any kind of effort at altitude. You're gasping for air. But I think it'll be an overall enjoyable experience.
Super high, not super high, but super dry. That was the first thing you really noticed. You just parched, but started okay. I think the guys like who rode Utah and that, they got an obvious advantage another week here, and that makes a big difference.
Fortunately, with the Tour of Utah leading into this USA Pro Cycling Challenge, it really benefited a lot of those teams. And the Schlecks were here early. Cadel came a little early. Levi's been up at altitude, and so they all were aware of the factor that altitude was going to play, and those that are going to be the contenders, I think, are ready.
Coming off the broken clavicle, I got most of July off, so I was out in Aspen, Colorado, it's nice. You're at 8,000 feet there, and you're basically only going up. So on top of that, I got to recon some of the stages. So I've seen Independence, seen Cottonwood.
Did Tour of Utah, and then spent a week after Utah in Colorado with my son. Kind of did a little road trip, and we had a great time, and hoping that helped me get acclimated to these high climbs.
I did the Tour of Utah, then I went to Yellowstone.
Well, did you train in Yellowstone or did you camp in Yellowstone?
I rode through the park one day.
And how do you feel like it's going to be an issue for you, or do you feel like you're ready to ride at altitude?
I think 12,000 feet will be an issue for everybody, myself.
You don't have a ton of bullets to fire at 10,000 feet. So rather than guys attacking, it's going to be a peloton just slowly dwindling down until the strongest guys survive.